What I'm going to cover today is a basic technique, the side escape to the guard, but I'm going to focus a little bit more on a part that I think gets overlooked a little bit, and I'll explain as I get into this. All right. So, basic cross control position. Sean is underneath my neck, underneath my arm. I have my arm underneath, locking on the shoulder. My other forearm and hand are on the hip, okay? What a lot of beginners in jiu-jitsu struggle with is that they use a lot of energy bridging, and trying to push the person off of them as they move their hips out in order to bring their knee back in. So I want to explain just a little bit more about this position because it really depends on where your opponent's upper body is in relationship to your body, how you're going to escape. So for instance, I think of this, when I think about where my opponent is at, I really think about one of three different positions that he's going to be in. One, he may be on my side in this position, but he may be low, down by my legs. Or he may be directly perpendicular to me, which is where we just were, or he may be up a little bit higher, okay? So if your opponent is up higher, for instance, it's gonna be extremely difficult now for you to be able to bridge and then hip escape away in order to bring your knee back in, to put him back into the guard. So the traditional escape that we all learn, ease up a little here, the traditional escape that we all learn is, plant the foot, and then I'm going to hip escape away, and now I'm able to bring my knee back across the belly, and I can finish the move, okay? So if your opponent is very low, you're going to have a very easy time stepping out and moving your hips away and making the space that you need. But if your opponent is perpendicular to you, this is going to be a lot harder to do, and this is where people get stuck. So I'm going to show a little trick here that will help you put the person back into that position. And all that I'm going to do is I'm going to walk my feet towards my opponent. When I do that, I'm going to lean away and straighten out my arm. Now, look at where Sean's at now. Now, he's at that 45-degree angle down by my feet. Now, it's very easy for me to move away and to recover the guard. I'm not going to spend too much time today showing the different ways that you can finish once you escape. I'm mainly focusing today on just how to create the space. So again, he's in tight on me, he's perpendicular to me, so he's not high, he's not low. I'm going to move my feet towards him, and right the moment that my feet hit, I'm going to lean my upper body away and straighten my arm. Now, I step my foot, I move away, and I'm going to be able to recover the guard. Okay. All right, so that's 2 out of the 3. What do you do when your opponent is a little bit high on you here, okay? Well, now what I'm going to do, first of all, one trick that I really like, by the way, on all of these, I like to keep my thumb in the collar and then use my wrist, raise my wrist just to make sure that it's uncomfortable on his neck. Okay, so now from this position, it's going to be hard, even if I move my feet, and I can't really even do what I just showed you to do in straightening my arm. And he's so far away up here, I have to spin a long way to be able to reach him. So this time what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk my feet away, okay? I'm going to walk my feet away, and I'm going to scoot my hips this way. And at the same time, I'm going to slide my head out from underneath him and straighten my arms and make a frame. Again, now I'm going to be able to lift my knees, spin, and then recover with whatever way that you like to recover once you've made space. So, maybe I'm trying to escape here. He walks up high. Now I'm going to move my feet away and scoot out from underneath him and recover the guard. Okay? All right, so again, if he's low, this is going to be very easy to be able to do just the traditional hip escape. If he's perpendicular to you, I'm going to move my feet close, lean away and straighten my arm. Now I'm in a great position to do the traditional hip escape. If he walks up high on me, I'm going to move the feet the opposite way, scoot out from underneath him, lock my hands out to create the space. All right. You know, getting stuck underneath somebody that's very, very strong at side control can be really, really frustrating. It's also the easiest way to wear yourself out and to get tired. So it's very important to know how to create space depending on very small adjustments that your opponent has made. You need to pay attention to the way that they're grabbing you, and you need to pay attention to the way that they position their body. And that's going to modify each of your escapes in a slightly different way. You can't apply one escape to all of those situations because it won't be efficient and you'll use too much energy. Hope you liked it today, and check in next week for our next video. Take care.